Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Timmy Treacle, also known as Horror Fan for Life. And in this video, I'm going to be ranking the movies in these horror franchises by different categories. Starting off with my favorite horror franchise, Friday the 13th, there are 5 different categories in which these movies can go into. You have killer, really good, good, watchable, and terrible. Um, each one of these movies will go into what I believe their proper spot, if you will. Now, right offhand, this is my favorite franchise when it comes to horror movies. So you probably won't see any bad ones or terrible in this list. But let's go right through these. Starting with the original 1980 film, I put it is as really good. Over the years, it's kind of fallen down for me. Uh, Several of the movies have moved up ahead of this one, including a fan made movie, which I will be including in this list. Friday the 13th Part 2, which is my favorite, goes into the category of killer. Friday the 13th Part 2, in my opinion, has the best final girl of the franchise and my personal favorite of any franchise out there. Friday the 13th Part 3, 3D, goes into really good. I know there's a lot of, some people don't like this movie, but for me, I love it. I love the kills. Jason gets his mask in this movie, his iconic mask, and it's just a fun one for me. I love the stoner couple in the movie as well, and yeah, this one's just really good. I really enjoy this entry. Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter, goes into killer. This is some people's favorite in the franchise. It's a close one for me. I really enjoy this one as well. I think it has uh, one of the best casts in the film. I think still Part 2 has the better cast out of any film in the franchise, but it's close. And I like the characters. Characters are really cool. And then Crispin Glover. I mean, how can you not like that dude? AKA Dead Fuck. Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning, goes into good. Uh, I really do enjoy this one, uh, even though it doesn't have uh, the real Jason in it, and we um, who the killer is or is going to be. At least most people do when they watch the movie for the first time. But it's got a lot of great things going for it. The kills are really good. The comedy in the movie is really funny. And if you're a friend of boobs, well, it's got boobs in here. And thank you, Miss Deborah Voorhees, for that. But yeah, this has always been a soft spot on my heart for it. Now, I will say the final act, especially with all the screaming, is really, really annoying. But outside of that, though, the hillbilly couple is comedic gold, and the enchilada scene is freaking great. It's got a lot of good things going for it, which is why uh, it's going in the good category. It could almost get to the next spot. It all depends what kind of mood I'm in. Right now, I'm getting over a cold, so yeah, it probably stay in the good category. But nonetheless, still a very good movie. Uh, Part 6, Jason Lives, of course, that goes into killer. Freaking fantastic. Great way to bring Jason back. And soundtrack, Alice Cooper, just phenomenal. The characters, C.J. Graham as Jason. He's one of my favorites. I fucking love him, and it's just a great film. Part 7, The New Blood, goes into Killer. I love this one. Kane Hodder as Jason is badass. I love the way he looks, especially the backside where it shows bones and stuff. Just phenomenal. The kills are great, and it's a great story. You got pretty much a Carrie versus Jason in this movie, and I love it. Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, goes into the good category. Now, I know a lot of people, not a lot of people, but I'd say probably at least half the people don't like this movie. And I understand, but for me, I have a good time with this movie. And major complaint about this movie is it doesn't take place in Manhattan all that long. It's more Jason takes a boat, if you will. But I love the kills. Jason looks great. Um, and I love the fact that uh, that teacher gets it from Jason at the end of the movie there. He gets dumped in the barrel and drowns there. He was just an asshole in the movie and deserved what he got. When he got killed, that was a great moment in the movie. Also, when Jason kills those drug dealers too, that was pretty damn cool too. And it's got one of the best kills in the franchise with knocking the dude's head off into the uh, garbage bin. It's just great. But it goes down as good. Jason Goes to Hell goes into Watchable Part 9. Well, the kills are really good in the movie. But we only get to see Jason for maybe 5 minutes in this movie, which is a downer because Kane Hodder is playing Jason, but he don't get to do it. So he plays a security guard too, who gets killed by uh, the doctor who's Jason at the time, and it's just, I don't know, it was disappointing. When it first came out in the theaters, I really loved the movie, but over time, it's kind of fallen down for me, and just doesn't do anything. Jason X also goes into Watchable. Again, it's a decent. It starts off really good, but then once it starts to get onto the ship into space, the characters are really dumb. Uh, it's the comedy doesn't really all hit all that well, but I will say it has one of the best kills in the franchise. The girl gets her face frozen and smashed on the counter. But outside of that, though, Jason looks good. Kane looks great, but it's just not a good. It's not that great of a movie. Next, we have Freddy versus Jason. That goes into the good category. Now, when I do the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, you guys will be asking a question about my ranking for that movie in that franchise, but we'll get to that when that comes up. But Freddy versus Jason, yeah, it goes into the good category. Uh, I was really disappointed with Jason in this movie. The stuntman they used, I just wasn't good at all. The kills are really good in the movie. Uh, and even the fight scene at the end of the third act uh, wasn't all that great choreographed either. It was okay, And the final girl in this movie was okay. She wasn't the best, but other than that, yeah, it's good. I remember when I went to theater to watch this when it came out, and I was really pumped for it, and I loved it to begin with. But eventually, it's just gone down to okay. Uh, but still good though. The 2009 film goes into really good, almost killer, but the characters in this movie drag the movie down. Derek Mears as Jason is awesome, and I the first 15 minutes of the movie is fantastic with the first group of kids. We get to see Jason uh, at the beginning of the movie with his mom being decapitated. Then he's got the sack on his head, and then he gets his mask, and yeah, it's really good. This movie, I went to theaters and watched this one as well, and it's really good. I really enjoyed it, uh, but it's got one of the worst characters in the film, uh, and the character is so annoying. Just a little bitch in the movie, and you all know who I'm talking about, Mister Perfect Nipple Placement Baby. Yeah, you know. Uh, but anywho, the 2009 film goes into really good, and finally, last but not least, Never Hike Alone. This is a fan made movie, and I love it. If you haven't seen it, you can find it on YouTube right now. There's actually two parts. There's Never Hike in the Snow, which serves as a short prequel to Never Hike Alone. So definitely check both of them out. But I love that movie. There's supposed to be a third part finale for this as well, and I can't wait to see it. Uh, but I'm gonna put it in killer category. I think it's better than some of the obviously than some of these feature films. That's just how high I have it on my list and how much I think of it. So, anywho, that is my ranking of the Friday the 13th franchise from killer to terrible. So, in the comment section below, give me your thoughts and opinions. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you like this video, hit that like button. But thanks again for watching, and check you later.